All right. Welcome to District 38 Live. We're here tonight to talk about the 2024 Rattlesnake Chase, which is happening this Saturday at Plaster City East. Plaster City East, right off Dunaway Road, Evan Hughes. The weather is going to be a nice, even, probably 106. So.
Whoa. At the morning, it'll be cool.
It'll be cooler. Yeah, absolutely. It'll be cooler in the morning. The peak of the day is at 100. But the note of that is it is going to be excessively hot. So make sure you stay hydrated. We have lots of people out there to help you. Water at the checkpoint, stuff like that. This is the second half. This is the first desert race for the second half of the District 38 season. It's hosted by Roadrunners, and they're going to do a Euro Scramble event. So it's going to be 3 separate races, 11-mile loop approximately, and it's going to have 3 checkpoints in it. There's going to be water and Gatorade at each of the 3 checkpoints. Is that what you were telling me yesterday, John?
That's correct.
Cool. So just if you feel dehydrated, like you're going to heat stroke, there's definitely cooling liquids at the checkpoints. And there's 3 checkpoints on an 11-mile loop. So they're fairly close together. So it's not like you're going to go hundreds of miles before you get to a checkpoint. One good thing about this event is the camping is free because it's BLM land. So if you want to camp this weekend, it's free. Awesome.
The price of your generator.
Your generator and your AC got to be running all weekend. For the event, you'll need to bring your helmet to sign up prior to your race to get your transponder scanned into the scoring system. If you need to get a transponder, they're going to be available for $10 at home check during check-in. All riders under the age of 18 years old are going to need a minor's release form. You'll need to have your parents sign that. If your parents are not going to be at the event, that needs to be notarized. And you need to have both parents sign that release and bring it with you. If you have a yearly release, it's always a good idea. Helps us when we check you in to have a copy of that on your phone so that we can verify that information. Online signups, they're going to close Friday, October 4th at 5 p.m. So we encourage you to sign up online ahead of time. That really helps Thomas get everything loaded into the computer, and he has less work day of while he's trying to score the event. If you decide to do day of signups, we're happy to do that for you. Those signups are going to happen from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Well, actually, there's been a change to that.
Oh, yeah.
So Thomas, I spoke with him, and he's going to shut it down 45 minutes before the beginning of the third race.
Yeah.
So I think that starts at 11. So at 10:15.
Yeah. So he'll close that right before the third race.
Yeah.
There'll be 2 lines for signups. One for people that have pre-registered. So you can just go scan your helmet and move through. And then there'll be a table to sign up for day of signups. There's an additional $15 fee for day of signups. Online, it's $63 for members, $73 for non-members. And like I said, day of signups, it's going to be an additional $15. At our races, you must have your AMA card or proof that you belong to the AMA. You can do that one of several ways. That's either with your AMA card. You can have a picture of the card on your phone. If you don't have that and you need to sign up day of, you can sign up for the AMA day of, and then as long as we have some sort of verification via email, we'll go ahead and let you race. If you are a district member and you want your discount, you need to have your district card with you. That's the only way that we can confirm that you're a district member. So please have those available. Yes.
And one other thing on that, I know we've gotten a few people that just signed up in this week. We mail out the cards to those people as fast as we can, But if you haven't received it, just keep the receipt that you get from the district, and take a picture of it on your phone, print it out, whatever you want. It was sent to you by email. Just bring that proof, and you will be good to go at sign up.
Awesome. At this event, like all the rest of our events, we will be running live timing and scoring, and that's done through MotoTally. We have a link for live scoring. It's going to be on our district website. It's right on the left-hand side of the page, about halfway down. That'll give you all the statistics, your lap times, time behind the leader. It's an easy way to monitor how your racer's doing during the event. No pre-running for this event, so you can't go out and pre-run the course prior to racing. That's a strict no-no. Bomb run practice, that's going to run from 7 a.m. to 7:45. And all races, they're an hour long, John, for Euro Scramble?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so each race is an hour long, so pace yourself as many laps as you can do in an hour on an 11-mile course.
Yeah, I got a question for John.
Yes.
John, is there going to be, like say you're in the third race, are they going to have a chance to pre-run the bomb after the first race has started?
I would say yes.
Right. So
That's something to talk about, but I think so.
Okay.
Because it's off the course, out of the way. So yes, I think so.
Okay, that sounds great. So guys, if you're interested in doing that, definitely consult with the club before you just go out there and get DQ'd for being on the course. Make sure you check with them and find out where you can be and when you can be there.
We will come up with tonight. We will come up with a schedule for that. So there will be a schedule for bomb practice during
Sign up.
the other races.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we will. So
Sounds great.
Cool. Starting lines for the race. It's Euro Scramble. So the first race, it's going to be all ATVs. So do we start those? Is that by skill level or all same?
Yeah,
time?
expert, amateur, novice, beginner on the second.
Okay, so we'll be running two lines on the ATV sport start. That'll be the expert and amateurs first, and then the next.
they will be.
The,
Excuse me.
Yes,
They're
sir.
going to be all one
line.
all one line.
Okay, one line starts. Are you gonna do that for all of the races, John?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because the patient probably won't be that great, I would assume so. But no, they're all on one line.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Race 2, that's going to start at 9:30 a.m. and that's going to be all the age classes and the women, and that'll be after the the ATV course. Excuse me. That gives them about half hour to get the course cleared before the start of the next race. Race 3, it's going to be the 200, the 250, and the open class. That starts at 11 a.m. and that's also going to run 1 hour, so it should be wrapped up by noon, 12:30, depending on how fast you go. The results, we should have, like I said, the results will be live timing and scoring. Unofficial results will generally be ready by the end of the day. The official results will happen usually the week after the stewards review. Finisher pins. Finisher pins, they're going to be giving those out at the conclusion of your race, typical desert race style. So as you cross the start finish line, we'll give you a finisher pin. Course markings. So the courses, we use the Caselli marking scheme, and so the courses are going to be marked with Dayglow arrows. So they'll either be orange or pink arrows. I think they're using orange arrows tomorrow. And then if there's any kind of dangers, they'll be using the blue cards.
Or terrain change.
Or terrain change will be done with blue cards. So corners are going to be mapped out at 3, 2.
There you go. You're off screen, man.
Off screen. 1. Sorry, I'm on the opposite side. So 1 is where the turn will be. And then dangers, increasing intensity, essentially is more arrows, and there could be down arrows along with danger marking. If you have any questions about how the courses are marked, you can go to the Caselli Foundation website. It explains to you how our courses are marked and what the markings should look like. There's also wrong ways, so you don't go the wrong way. And those will be mapped usually in the middle of a trail if there's a branch or something like that. So just pay attention for wrong ways.
Yeah.
And
one thing on a wrong way. If you do see a wrong way and you just went by it, remember there's probably other racers right behind you. So when you turn around, use caution.
Yeah, don't just stop and cut to the side. Stay in your line, make sure it's safe, get off the course, and then figure out where you're going to go. And never want to go backwards on a course. That's extremely dangerous. That's how people get themselves in trouble. I don't think there's any John, is there any road crossings or anything this weekend?
There is no road crossing, but I'd like to talk about the markers just a little bit if I could.
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. So very consistently, every arrow is on your left handlebar. There is no arrows on your right-hand side of the track, except for when there's a danger zone, you will have markers on both sides of the course. Your only safe place to go is between the markers, period. You go outside those markers, you're going to get hurt probably. Cool. So the other thing is our checkpoints, including home check. You'll come up to a big down arrow coming into the check. When you pass that check, that arrow, that's a 10-mile-an-hour arrow. Until you get through the check, until you see the first up arrow, then you can resume speed. Yeah, so we're using a big down arrow I had made. They're 8x12s. They're really easy to see. So when you come past that down arrow, bring it down to 10 miles an hour to save, to be safe in your check. And once you see the first up arrow, you're good to go at speed.
Cool. John, can you explain how the starting works? Because when you start the race, you're going to tie into the course and you're going to miss check one, at least on the first lap. So you pick that up on the second lap. So you can explain how that works.
Well, so if this is what I did today is I went and I surveyed it out there and I picked up one of our surveyed markers, our courses. And so we're going to do the bomb start. It's going to head and it will tie right into our course right when it hits the wash in a turn. It's perfect. Okay. I did not want to overload check one with the start of the race because it is in a pretty dangerous zone and it would not be safe to do so. So I picked a surveyed course and it's a really simple, fast bomb run, nice start. Cool. And they'll hit that. They will not see that when they come back around. They will come back on our course and continue on the course like they're supposed to.
So you're tying like middle of the course, but after check one kind of thing.
After check.
Yeah, they will hit the course at about mile marker 2. It's in the perfect turn. It's very safe.
Cool.
It's the only way I could see to do it because the way this course is drawn out, going to check one, I did not want to take people into check one all together at speed. It would not be safe.
Cool.
So, awesome. So I went out today. I looked at it. I actually drew it up today, and it's one of our survey courses. It's perfect, and it will keep everybody out of danger.
Awesome. And then you're going to run a pit bypass.
We're going to run a pit bypass.
Okay.
It's a short course, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and mark a pit bypass, and that way they can continue at speed going through.
So, John, on these type of races, a lot of times you don't have a pit road; you just have a hot pit. Is that what you guys are doing?
We are going to have a pit road, correct, Dan? We're going to have a bypass, and then we're going to have a pit road. We're going to mark it. We're going to do that tomorrow. So we're going to have it where it's safe. There will be a hot pit bypass, and there will be a pit road.
Okay.
Will that pit road obviously be one-sided?
Yes.
Yeah, whatever setback that needs to be to meet the requirements, but we are going to separate that tomorrow. So if somebody has to come into the pits, they will be able to do it safely, and they'll be able to go back out into the course in a safe manner.
So once you commit to the bypass or to pit road, that's your commitment. You can't cut across from pit road to your bypass. You got to finish through
That is
those things.
100% correct.
Awesome.
It will be marked with zones. It will be divided. Yes.
Great.
Is there any other course notes or things that you would like to tell us about the course?
Well, other than the fact you guys haven't mentioned the Lazar's coming back.
We haven't gotten to that yet.
We haven't got there yet.
We're talking about the course right now.
All right. Lazar is a big part of it. Matter of fact, the trailer's already here. And so now we have Lazar back for search and rescue, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So
and then
I think it's
go ahead.
Well, no, that's pretty much I got to say. I think it's a really good thing that we've done that. I mean, I feel more safer about it. So it'll be a good race. It's going to be warm, but we're still out here. I've been out here since Tuesday, and it's not that bad. I mean, we deal with it. But like I said, we road runners now, every pit will have an ice chest with cold water and Gatorade. And, and if anybody needs any help, I mean, this is a short course, so they're not very
absolutely.
But we want to take it to a next level. We have 2 what we call quick response sweep riders that both have radios in their helmets on bikes. And they will be, if something happens, they will be the first ones to get to wherever we have to go if somebody has an incident to relay with Lazar. Okay. We do have a couple sweep riders that are workers' points, but I mean, here, that's always been my thing. We talked about this. Sweep riders tend to pass people up some. That's not going to happen at our race.
All right,
so
that's good. That's good. That's what we want.
We're going to try to make this thing as safe as fast as possible, and it will be hot, but I think we got it taken care of.
Cool. Yeah, I've had a few people who are new to racing, and I strongly advise them to get a hydration pack for this race. As they've never been out there before. I talked to a couple parents, and I said if it was my child, they would not be racing without one. So I encourage everybody coming. I don't care how long you've been racing. It's just a good thing to have.
Absolutely.
And then like John said, we are using Lacer as our medical services for the events for the foreseeable future. They, like everyone else, need volunteers and people to help them. So if you have EMT training, you just want to help them out, go by the Lacer trailer, talk to Tom, Rich, and they'll get you set up to come and help us with our medical services. They always need people, helping hands to man radios, write things down.
It's not always the EMT. Don't think you have to be an EMT or a firefighter or something. You can be a family member, but you're good on a radio. Perfect. They need those type of people to do other things besides the actual medical work. So, if you're interested in volunteer for that, there's all sorts of positions. I always tell people, whether it's a club or lessor, there's things that any person can do. You don't have to be a racer, an ex-racer, or a nurse, or a doctor, an EMT. It's like you don't have to be.
Just a citizen.
We need help in other areas too. Yep. So if you're interested, please reach out.
Yep. District 38, like I said, is an all-volunteer organization, and we value all levels of service that we can use at our events. Like I said, you got to support our clubs. We have the Road Runners, I8, OTB, and we're going to have a newly revived Full Throttle Cup UTV club. They'll be coming to a race next year. Get that worked out. Yep. Like I said, District 38. It's all volunteer organization. We have a lot of sponsors, people that help us with our insurance, help us get our events put together, and contribute in a lot of great ways. We always like to give them a shout out. BTI Incorporated. We have Diesel Tech. They work on diesel trucks and motors. So if you have any questions, you can give them a ring. What was the guy's name? Chris?
From Diesel Tech?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know,
Lauren Taylor? It's Lauren Taylor.
Lauren Taylor. You're supposed to know.
Lauren, if you're watching this,
people.
I know. Yeah.
Judy Boland, she does real estate. Judy is a wealth of knowledge. I talked to her at the GP about some real estate stuff along with a bunch of other people. It was super good to hear somebody that has an expertise like that. SD Powerhouse, they build motorcycles, do motorcycle repair. Great bunch of people. If you need your bike worked on, give them a ring, take your bike down, let's get it fixed. Kaufman Land Survey, they do land survey and they help us out.
Engineering,
stuff,
you
like
know, for buildings.
Yeah. Stuff. We Supply, they do electronics. They have 2 stores, one in Kearney Mesa, one in South Bay.
They have a lot of UTV electronic stuff.
Yeah, video cameras. Dustin does a lot of home theater. Vicious Factory Clothing, they do clothing company. They also race in our series too. So it's great to have people that sponsor us and come out and race at our events. So they have a lot of insight into what it takes for us to put on these events. Swell Drone, that's Chris. Hopefully Chris will be out tomorrow with the drone, taking some pictures of the stars.
Or maybe even Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. I'm hoping he's there on Saturday. Skip wants him there early, but
I want him there. Chris, go there early. Take off the school. Early. You know, you're California educated. You don't,
yeah, right.
Just take a day off. Go to the desert. Hang out with John.
Right.
There's some bush beers out there.
In the bushes.
In the bushes.
And I'd like to ask. Guys are done.
MMX photography, Mike Maxwell, he's out there taking pictures. We have a lot of great photographers, and those are the people that really make you look like you're going fast. Gave you some great pictures. Rhonda Hopper Real Estate, she's another realtor. Her daughter races, and they contribute a lot to our series. And then Kirk Caselli Foundation helping us with their markers. And John, you had some people that you want to shout out to?
No, but I have a safety thing I want to talk about.
Sure.
So the other thing is for all the racers, do yourself a favor and make yourself a pit board with your number on it and have it out front in the pits. And this is a safety thing because it makes it a lot easier to be able to find you, whether somebody is hurt or somebody's just simply broke down. You need to have a pit board. And this is something that Roadrunners is actually going to. The rule is you got to have one. So this race, we're not going to push it that hard, but upcoming races, you need to have a pit board in front of your pit with your number on it. And it really only protects you because, I mean, it makes it so much easier to find you when something's wrong. And so I just want to put that out there. It's a simple thing, but it sure makes life a lot easier at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
If you simply do, yeah.
You know,
so simple pit board, put your name out there. If you got 2 or 3 guys in your pit, put all their numbers on the board, stick it out right there on pit row. And when the pit guy comes down there looking for it, he'll be able to see it. He'll get right to you. And because that's one thing that us at Roadrunners are doing is our radio communication changed in this race. We plan on having the best radio communication of any of the clubs. And this is a part of it. We need to have, we need to know where you're at. If we got to find you, it's only going to help us. So please put a pit board up with your number.
Cool.
If you don't have, you can write it on your gas can. That helps too. If you don't have it.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of ways to do this. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, guys. A paper plate stuck to, a table.
You're easy up tomorrow.
Yeah. You're easy up. Just something. I mean, I've had, underage riders that were hurt. I'm going up and down pit road yelling for their parents. I can't find them. Where we can cruise, Roadrunners can just cruise and see that number.
Very
know
helpful.
right where you're
Very
at.
helpful.
It is a great help to locating your pit when when you need it the most as a racer.
Yeah. So the other thing I like to say too, I mean, us as a club, we all try to help people. So, I mean, if your bike breaks down, blows up out there or UTV, I mean, we all try to help. We try to get you back in, but you can't expect us to do it. I mean, especially during the race because we're busy. Sure. We have a lot on, but I mean, so the other thing is plan. I mean, if you're racing by yourself, you probably should let somebody know and sign up that you're racing by yourself. Yeah. So we know that. So we're not looking for somebody else to help you. We'll make sure we get it taken care of. But if you have help out there, plan on somebody being able to go out and get your bike if it's blown up or your TV's blown up. I mean, it's not. It shouldn't all be on the club to retrieve everybody out of the desert. You guys, I mean, you're racing, which we're going to do as much as we can, but you need to do your part too.
Yeah, and the Roadrunners, the host club, they've got an event that they're running, so their staffing for helping people that are racing is going to be less than say that would at an event that they're not working. But there are 2 other clubs. I-8 will have a substantial pit out there. If you need help or you come out by yourself, we're happy to help you. The OTB guys, the same way. They're all super nice. That's what we have the clubs for. We're out there to help you. So if you need help getting your bike recovered, we're happy to help. The other clubs will be happy to help you.
Make friends with the person you're pitted next to.
Yep.
Say hi.
Just say hi. That's all you got to do. Reach out and shake. There's a lot of smiles and twisted throttles. So.
Are you going to coin that phrase now?
I will.
Oh my
I
God.
will. Hashtag. Anyway. Awesome. That's all I have for District 38 Live tonight. If you don't have anything else to add, John, we'll see you guys out at the race Saturday morning, 6 o'clock, ready to rock and roll.
Right on. Look forward to it. Should be fun.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, John.
Thank you.
You bet.
All right, guys.